What's going on YouTube? Omar here. In today's video, I want to talk about how much time do you really need to spend in the gym. One of the biggest myths is people think you need to spend 2 hours in the gym daily to build muscle. Not true. Science has shown that more time in the gym does not equal more results. So what matters most are three things: training quality, intensity, and consistency. That's very important. And because we want to maximize our time, we don't want to spend 2 hours in the gym. Of course, we're all busy. We have a busy job, we have a busy life. Maybe you might have a family with kids and you just don't have time. You have a lot of responsibilities at home. So if you're going to go to the gym, how can you get the most impact in the least amount of time? And that leads me into the minimum effective dose for muscle growth. Scientific research has shown that you can actually build muscle with surprisingly little bit of time. And some of the key findings were about 10 to 20 hard sets per muscle per week. You can stimulate muscle growth. And for most people, about 3 to 4 days per week is just the right amount. And sessions can be anywhere between 30 to 45 minutes and still produce excellent results. Because what we're trying to do is we're not trying to annihilate the muscle. We're just trying to stimulate just enough muscle growth to trigger hypertrophy, to trigger an anabolic adaptive response. So if, let's say, you went to the gym, you go to the gym 4 days a week, and you spend 45 minutes. So 4 days a week, 45 minutes. What's that? That's 3 hours total per week. 3 hours. We're trying to be efficient here. And because when you understand what actually drives muscle growth, in another video I talked about this and I'll say it again: mechanical tension, metabolic stress, and muscle damage. Those are the three. Mechanical tension, basically lifting with challenging weights; metabolic stress, chasing the pump and getting fatigue; and muscle damage, creating micro tears and micro trauma from your training. If those three minimum components are present in your training, you don't need to annihilate your muscle. You don't need these 2 hour, 3 hour long gym sessions. And not only that, after you spend more than 60 minutes in the gym, your performance declines and you can't even lift the same amount of weight that you could if you were fresh. Your strength decreases, your cortisol levels rise, quality drops in terms of being able to perform the exercises properly. And then now we get into junk volume, where you're not getting a good return on your effort and on your time. So the ideal length for most people for strength and hypertrophy is about 30 to 60 minutes per session. Now, beginners, you can get a lot of stimulus because your body is not adapted just going to the gym 3 days per week. Now, if you're more into intermediate and advanced, your body has adapted and has responded. So it's going to require a little bit more work, a little bit more stimulus, because your body has been used to this stimulus over a long period of time. For intermediates, I would say 4 days a week. And then advanced, 4 to 6 days a week, but still sticking to the 45 minutes. And you can do it. So for minimum results, I would say in one given week, about 2 to 3 hours per week. Optimal growth, around 3 to 5 hours per week. And for elite bodybuilding, which really this channel is not really about, it's about 5 to 7 hours per week. But this channel is not built on being an elite bodybuilder. This channel is just about building muscle for just a regular everyday person. Now, busy professionals can still build muscle, despite having a busy life, working a lot of hours, having to take care of family after you come home from work. So what's a good example? Well, a good example would be, let's say, upper body split, where you could do, let's say, upper body 45-minute workout on Monday, another lower body workout on Wednesday, and then another upper body workout on Friday, 45 minutes, and then another lower body workout on Saturday. So you can upper body Monday, lower body Wednesday, upper body Friday, lower body Saturday, all 45-minute session chunks. So 45 minutes over a week, 4 sessions, 45, 45, 45, 45. That's total weekly time of 3 hours. So not only did you get the stimulus, but you save time. And you really need to focus if you're going to be in the gym for 45 minutes. 45 minutes means 45 minutes, so no screwing around, meaning not resting too long, not scrolling on your phone and getting distracted, not doing other things that would distract you from your focus, because you're in there, you have this much amount of time, 45 minutes, to get all your exercises done. And intensity beats duration. You really want intensity. You really want that mind-muscle connection. You really want that intention on knowing what muscle groups you're actually going to work in your 45-minute session. Now, what does a highly efficient workout actually look like? So when you first go to the gym, what you really want to focus on is the compound exercises. That's number one, because you'll get the most bang for your buck in the least amount of time. With compound exercises, you're working a lot of different muscle groups, all with just one exercise, which I'll go over again. Compound exercises, pull-ups, dips, bench press, squats, and deadlifts. Okay. And for hypertrophy, the ideal range is about 6 to 12 reps, completely controlled reps, with about a 60-second rest period. You can go up to about 2 minutes, but the more you rest, the more you're going to use that time up and use more of your 45-minute allowable time. So the simple rule is this. Instead of going to the gym and wasting 2 hours just resting unnecessarily, doing junk sets and extra unnecessary volume, you go to the gym and set a timer. Go there, say, hey, I'm going to be done in 45 minutes. Because training for 45 minutes when you're intentional, you have a schedule, you know what to do, is better than wasting 2 hours in the gym. So you want to focus on short workouts, high intensity, and a consistent weekly routine. A routine that you can follow. And you can schedule out which days are best for you. It doesn't have to be Monday, Wednesday, Friday, and Saturday. You can figure out and customize it based on you. If you're a beginner, do 3 days a week. Intermediate, 4 days, and if you're advanced, 5 to 7. So you don't need more time in the gym. You just need to be more effective. And I just want to let that be the focus of this video. If you found this video helpful, please hit the like button. I'd really appreciate that. Share this video with anyone that might find this information valuable. And I'll see you guys on the next one.